Good morning, everyone. So, welcome to our class. Today, we will be discussing the anthropological perspective of the self. So, how does anthropology understand the self? So, last time we were able to talk about the philosophical self. If you can remember, we have perspective from the ancient philosophers in the medieval and even in the contemporary world. And we have philosophers like David Hume and Descartes for that. Sige, but before we proceed with our the understanding of anthropological perspective, let us first define what is anthropology. So anthropology and human nature. So traditionally, anthropology understands the self as an animal species, which underwent the process of biological evolution and has shared characteristic with other living animals, hominids in particular. So in your right side, right, Bano? So we have the evolution of man. So the evolution of man was originally proposed by Charles Darwin. So ayun, so when you say biological evolution, there is our inherited tendency to go towards evolution, 'di ba? From the planet of the apes until nahimong human being. So there is a biological evolution. Through that biological evolution within our body, naga evolve pod ang atuang genes and everything. So it makes us who we are today. So what does that mean? So ang atuang changes is not only on the inside, sad because there are changes within our body na caused by environmental influences. So in particular, for example, sa una, if you can recall, 'di ba, dagko pa kayo sila og kanang mga ulo, but through evolution makita nimo na the head now is proportionate to the body. So there is changes with the physical nga manifestation of the body because there is also changes with the environment. So ayun, so since the self has better development in terms of brain with billion neurons and adaptation to environment as survival, the self develops a culture resulting in behavioral changes. So ayun. So for example, 'di ba katong gingon ako kaganina, naa nay mga changes within the body. And that changes isn't only trigger because of the inherent characteristic of an individual to go towards that particular development. Napoy changes because of the particular environment. Siguro for example, dagko kayo sila og tiil og kamot in the ancient times kay they use it for climbing trees in the event nga naay attack or animal attack. So mas ano siya, mas gamit kung dako ang ilahang kamot og ang ilang tiil. But now kay dili naman uso ang wild, so ang nahitabo ang kamot and ang tiil is proportionate to the body. So that is how environment influences the development of a person. So another thing, there is also a culture within that specific environment na mabuo. And culture is part of anthropology, study of human life. So ayun. So let's proceed with the self as embedded in culture. So we have the self concept. So what is a self concept? It refers to all understanding and knowledge of oneself. So lahat ng pagkakaintindi mo sa iyong sarili is part of your self concept. Lahat ng nalalaman mo about yourself is part of your self concept. For example, um, how you dress, how you interact. If example, ano ka ba, medyo mabait ka ba or not, or what are your characteristic? Are you resilient or you are very easily down or sa ba, you are more prone to stress, anxiety, or whatnot. So lahat yon is part of your self-concept. It actually involves the components that include psychological, your traits that pertains to your psychological being, your physical, even your physical nga kuan is part of your self-concept. For example, I am tall, I am thin, I am fat, or whatever, unsa pa ba diha. And social attitudes, ideas, belief one has. Even family history, the culture one has grown up to is most influential in creating a self-concept. Why? 'Di ba? So in our first years of life, our formative years, dito gid mahubog ang atuang personality, our identity, 'di ba? Sa family pa lang daan. Kaya nga when if you can see, 'di ba? If you can see within the family, makita nimo na ang particular family, they have shared nga characteristics. Not only the physical characteristics, even in the attitude, even in the outlook in life. If ever, for example, ang parent kay they have this tendency to be very optimistic, ang anak pod mugdako nga very optimistic. 'Di ba? Because the family is very influential, specifically in the first years of life of a child. So, ayun. So, Erdman in 2006 found out that early cultural memories from childhood can be carried out into adulthood. So, we have particular cultural memories nga ato ang madala even in adulthood. For example, one of your cultural memories is to celebrate para sa mga Muslim kay they celebrate Eid al-Fitr. So so 'di ba na memory within that child na ga-celebrate mi ani this was our tradition ingon ani ang the way mi magsuot ato, this is our practices. Kanang example, kanang magsambayang, na sila particular na time na magsambayang sila. So that is part of the cultural memories. That particular cultural memories is even carried out into adulthood according to this particular studies, which we can relate, di ba? Even the celebration of Christmas, makita man nato, that is a particular cultural memory. Di ba culture man nato diri sa Pilipinas, especially sa mga Christian nga na Christian belief, I mean, 'di ba? So part sa tuang culture nga mag-celebrate og Christmas in the 25th Noche Buena, 'di ba? Even in adulthood, madala gihapon nato ang atuang culture. I mean, ang atuang cultural memories. So that is it. So yeah, let's proceed. So sige tag storya culture. So what is culture, 'di ba? Culture pertains to a pattern of meaning for understanding how the world works. It says there pattern because culture is not a single idea. Culture is composed of different ideas. Say different, lahi-lahi, lahi-lahi. It may be composed of beliefs, ideas, norms, usa pa diha, traditions, diba? So it is not one way. It is complex, different. So with that particular different na mga things around you, you packed it into one and it becomes a culture. So this knowledge is shared among a group of people and passed from one generation to the next. When you say shared, culture is not only for one person. It is shared within particular na group. For example, culture in the community, culture within the family, culture within the Philippines, or unsa pa ba diha. So, it is shared among group of people and passed on. So, from the culture nga nagidak-an sa inyong lola, gipasa sa inyong mama. And then, sa inyong ginikanan, gipasa sa inyuha. So, nahimo nga na-transmit ang culture even from the ancient pa or even from the earlier times pa until the present generation. So also, it is a complex whole which includes the knowledge, belief, art, morals, law, customs, and any other capabilities acquired by a man according to Edward Taylor. So everything, no, halos everything that we have now in our surroundings is part of our culture, even the law. even the morals. So part siya sa tuang culture. So makita nato no nga different gali ang law nato diri sa Pilipinas and different ang law sa lain nga countries. Kay lahi-lahi man gyud pud tag culture and law is part of a culture. So that is why. Sige. Let's proceed with cultural anthropology. So, cultural anthropology is a subdiscipline of anthropology that underscores the concept of culture and its influence in shaping the self. So, as people interact, they share a common symbol which represents their identity. For example, what is the symbol of mga Muslims? For girls, 'di ba, na sila'y hijab. So makita nimo na when a particular person is wearing a hijab, particularly worn by Muslim nga mga women, so makita nimo na ang culture nila is kanang part of the Islamic nga culture. 'Di ba? Even the religion is part of the culture. 'Di ba? The hijab is a symbol na nagrepresent na they are one with this particular belief. And then symbols aid in establishing the uniqueness of particular culture. Kaya gani no. So for example, balikan na to sa Muslim women. No, they are very unique. Kaya ang Catholic di man sila ga-wear ana and even other denomination. So symbols, symbolisms, they make I'm sorry, they make a particular culture unique from another culture. Sige. We have also the material culture, refers to physical objects, resources, and spaces that people use to define their culture. It includes homes, neighborhoods, cities, schools, churches, synagogues, temples, mosques, offices, and others. So even our homes, there is a culture in there. That is a manifestation of a particular culture. Even the churches, synagogues, the temples, 'di ba? Kung may makita ninyo na temple, kasagaran sa mga Buddhist, is very different from the church of a Catholic or a Catholic na faith, 'di ba? Because they have different culture, and that churches and temples represents a particular culture, and those are part of the material na culture. Material, which means makita nato, magunitan, so very tangible. So all of these physical aspects of culture help to define its members' behaviors and perceptions. So even the physical aspect, nag-define siya sa behavior and perception. For example, the perception of a Catholic, the individual, is different from the perception of a Buddhist, different from the perception of a Muslim. So, di ba, makita man nato ang mosque, makita man nato ang iyahang physical na form, di ba? Naatoy murag, if I'm not mistaken kay naay moon, tapos ang sa Catholic kay naay cross, 'di ba? So they have different perception. They have different belief. And of course, those beliefs also affect why a person has different behavior. So for example, so nana po tayo line example, technology is a vital aspect of material culture in Filipino society. So kung ato ang i-compare ang culture sa una ug karon, technology is part of the modern na culture. 'Di ba kadili na mabuhi ang mga tao karon kung walay technology. Technology makes everything easier and efficient. So in the Filipino society, kung makita nato, minaw, nagagamit ko og laptop. So, ginagamit ako siya sa school. Unsa man ang school, that is also part of where culture kanang where culture evolves or is cultivated. So, even in the Filipino society, part na inherent na sa atuwa na magamit ta og technology. And that particular technology is also used to share or pass on another culture to another group. So you get it? Sige. Let's proceed with the non-material culture. Kung ganin na ang material culture is tangible, something na makita, nga magunitan, o sa ba, madungog, or whatnot, that is kanang, that is sense with your five senses, non-material culture is something that is intangible. So it refers to non-physical ideas that people have about their culture. For example, their beliefs, their values, norms, morals, language, organizations, and institutions. So, di ba, di ba ito makita aton belief, but we know that it is there. We have our values. It guides us towards behaving in a particular manner. So, di nato makita, but we know that it is there. So, those are part of the non-material culture. For example, another example is religion, which consists set of ideas and beliefs about God, worship, morals, and ethics. We cannot see religion, di ba? But we have this. We know we have this. So, what is the physical manifestation of religion? The church, the synagogues, the temples, the mosque. So those are examples of material culture. Ang non-material is the religion, kaya di mo na to siya makita. So this non-material and material culture, they work hand in hand to have that general idea of what is a culture. So ayun. Sige, let's proceed with anthropological perspective of the self. So daan na kita sa main nga topic. So we have egocentric and social-centric. What is egocentric? So egocentric is a concept of the self where the self is seen as autonomous and distinct individual. So this particular perspective in anthropology, it believes in autonomy, meaning you are a distinct individual. What meaning you have that what you call this, kanang autonomy, you have that, I cannot find the word, independence as an individual, independence dito. So you have that independence. So whatever you do, it is part of who you are. So ikaw lang. You are not influenced by other things. So, manang egocentric. Pertain lang siya to a particular individual. The development of the concept sa sarili nga kanang murag ikaw lang maningkamot how you develop yourself, how you develop the concept of yourself. Whereas ang sociocentric, according to the perspective, there is no intrinsic self, very extrinsic. So, meaning you are influenced by what is going on with the society, with what is going on around you. So, that is sociocentric. So, from the word itself, egocentric meaning very individualist. Kung ato ani siyang i-compare in a particular na trend sa culture, very individualist, egocentric. Unsa man ang mga countries na very individualist? America. So kung mapansin ninyo, very egocentric ang Americans kay pag abot nila og 18, puwede na sila, they are very independent. They can make decisions of their own. Unlike sa atoa nga collectivist nga culture like Filipino culture, even even dagko na kaayo mag-consult gihapon og decisions sa parents, very sociocentric, no? Very, very influenced by other individuals around you. So ayun, from the word itself, ego meaning you only, individual. Pag socio, naanay influence from others. Sige, let's proceed. So our bodies and culture. Our body image is influenced by our culture consciously and unconsciously. So our body or your body is what you do, or what you do with it is a reflection of the life you live and the culture you were accustomed to. For example, unsa may example ani in um in particular culture, mas gwapa sila kung taas sila liog. Kaya gali ginabutangan og kanang neck rings, 'di ba? Usa gaya na nga country. I can I can't remember na unsa nga country. Basta katong naa sa Princess and I nga kuan nga country. Yeah, I'll recall it. Sige, so another culture, mas gwapa sila kung voluptuous sila, like dagko ang mga babae. 'di ba? Kay nganuman, kay they believe nga mas kuan siya, mas very suitable for conception. To other cultures, mas gwapa kung mas dako ang bangag sa dalunggan. To other culture, mas gwapa kung slim, 'di ba? Sa Chinese nga culture, mas gwapa kung gamay ang tiil, mas maswerte kung gamay ang tiil. Maong ginagamitan atong gamay nga sapatos which eventually fractures the foot. Unsa pa ba? Other culture diri sa Pilipinas, mas gwapa ka kung ano ka, kung, mestizo, mestiza, tapos payat ka, puti, 'di ba? So, that is the reflection of the life we live. So, sa ganito nga country wala gyud ako na-remember. Ah, appeal siya sa ASEAN countries, madugay na ta. So, in the Philippines, body modification and embellishment can be considered part of our culture. Take for example si Apo Wang-od. So, si Apo Wang-od, very known nga individual na naga-tattoo siya, 'di ba? Sa ganitong yang mambabatok. So, she's a mambabatok from the tribe of Kalinga. So, daghan kay mga tao na nag-aadto didto sa iya para magpa-tattoo. So, sa una nga mga kuan, if I'm not mistaken, I have read this in one of the book. The tattoo nga ma-incur for tapos sa mga Filipino soldiers kay represents the battles they have won. So the victors they had. So ayun. So even our body embellishment, what we put in our body is part of our culture, reflects a particular culture. So ayun. So now we go to the Philippine culture versus other culture. How is our culture different from others? In the Filipino culture, we have kapwa as center of the Filipino psychology. Kapwa is not individualistic. 'Di ba, we have this term na pakikipagkapwa, pakikipagsalamuha, because kapwa is a shared identity, and that is part of the Filipino nga psychology. Psychology, meaning that is part of the Filipino thought process and behavior. Kapwa, a shared identity. So part of that kapwa is Filipino hospitality. Kaya gani Filipinos are very known for their hospitable behavior. Bisan dili ka ila i-admit sa balay, or di kaya bisan dili ka ila pakanon kay piyesta, very hospitable. That is part of the shared culture. Dili lang man ako ang hospitable, even in other regions, 'di ba? They are very hospitable. Filipino in general are very hospitable. And of course, they are family oriented. We are family oriented. So we put family first, family piety, and then even the mano po gesture is what makes us unique. 'To, kung imuhang kung magmano-po ka sa American, they will find it weird, "Ngano i-bless maniwa kog kamot," 'di ba? So that is one of our culture that makes us unique. So, in comparison with other culture, the other culture, especially in the Western nga mga countries, they believe in individualism and autonomy. What is individualism and autonomy? You have the will of your own. You have to make decision of your own. You don't need to rely with other people regarding particular decision or how you live your life. Unlike Filipinos, na we are very collectivist. Diba? As I have said earlier na even our decision as an adult, ginakonsult paghihapon nato sa ato ang parents. Ang parents gani usahay kay when they get older, they would feel nga they do not have a purpose anymore, 'di ba? Kaya gali ang ginabuhat sa mga Filipino na mga adults, they still consult their parents, even if dada sila'y family, or even if they can be independent of their own. So another na difference with other culture from the Filipino culture is that other culture are more open-minded, and they encourage to be accountable for their actions. So makita nato no kung if we ground ourselves with the traditional gid nga Filipino, we're very conservative. But with the influence of globalization and other things nga kuan nga naka-influence sa tua with the foreign nga mga culture, naging mas open na ta karon. So, in Western countries, they are very open-minded. They are very open to changes. And then they also encourage being accountable for their action because this is part of the individualistic nga culture. And with that, this is the end of our anthropological perspective. In line with this is the sociological perspective, which we will also be discussing on the next few days. So I think that's it. That's how anthropology and how anthropology understands the development of the self. So I hope you understand something from our discussion, and I'll see you on our next session. Thank you.